Because consent matters, we just want to let you know that this podcast contains topics that may be triggering to some listeners. For a specific detailing of trigger warnings, please pause the episode and see our show notes. This podcast isn't for everyone, so it's probably for you. Hi, I'm Leandra.
And I'm Anastasia. And this is a show about two best friends and our journey through cult recovery.
Join us as we gain perspective, discover our values, tell some stories, and deconstruct the fucked up belief system from whence we came.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Jesus. We are happy to disappoint. Boom.
Boom.
The Shiloh Show, episode 2. The Phantom Clone. No, okay. Cut.
No.
Cut.
I overuse Electric Boogaloo, so I stop myself. Yeah, all right. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. We are still in summer and still processing the smells.
The smells. We're talking about smells. We're talking about Shiloh. We're talking about Amphitheater. We're talking about sorry about technical difficulties.
We're still having them, ladies and gents, but it's fine. Ladles and jelly spoons.
Ladles and jelly spoons.
We're here.
We're here.
In Shiloh.
Ah!
Surprise. It's Canada Day. That was a few weeks ago, but it's Canada Day in Shiloh, where we are, where you are, listener.
Yeah, you're there.
You're there with us now, here.
Mm-hmm. Be here now.
Be here now.
Red, white, period.
Not blue. Yeah. Period. You can't, it's Canada Day. You're not allowed to wear any other colors, and you are required by law to have at least some sort of dangly flag to wield or
headband
or don.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like to wield or don.
Wield or don. To wield or don. Oh, good. First note. Canadian National Anthem train wreck.
Canadian National Anthem train wreck was one of my favorite occurrences every year because we had...
Describe it.
We had this beautiful, wonderful family of Canadians who we did not deserve.
Singular
family who would come. I think there were a few other folk who would come from Canada, but it was this family was the most talented group of human beings that I'd ever met.
Yeah, for real.
They were brilliant. They were incredible. And we were lucky to have them coming to Iowa every year. Coming stateside every year on Canada Day for Canada Day.
Canada Day.
You guys really hats off, you know? But they'd always have one or two of them come up and sing the Canadian National Anthem during the worship service, where, again, you are in a sea of red and white and nothing else.
Yes. And also, quickly, let's put us there. You're in a service.
Oh, yeah, this is church.
Remember where we are, everybody.
It's church.
Remember. It's hot. It's Iowa.
Muggy.
July 1st.
Muggy
town.
Muggy mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah.
Muggy.
And you're in your church best.
Oh, yeah.
In the mugginess. Sweating your nads off.
Dude, it
was...
For
Jesus.
It was like a parade going into the sanctuary for Canada Day, which is an ominous an ominous indicator of what a few days later would be like.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
Sorry, I was setting the scene.
No,
so
we're
take
still
us back.
setting.
Take us back to the anthem.
Okay, so we're back. Yeah. So this, like, they have these angel-voiced Canadians,
Yes.
like theater-trained Canadians,
Yes.
singing this song, singing their national anthem. And like, for the first time I heard this, and literally every time after, I was like, I understand patriotism
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I didn't before, but I do in this moment for these 3 minutes. And they're beautiful, and I'm crying, and I am awash in just like, wow, awe.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I was in it, and it's like not a dry eye in the house.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like so you're just experiencing it, and like the beautiful crescendo of the anthem, gorgeous, always nailed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to return you, listener, to the second person perspective. We're putting you back in the front seat.
Yes. I love this. I love this.
It's the best way I can keep us on track. 'Cause you're me.
It's great. It's perfect.
So, yeah, it's the song has now been sung by the beautiful Canadians, and it has been sung beautifully, and you have felt a lot of emotions, and it's like, wow, cool. Do I get to sit down now? And then
Never.
the band ramps up again, and they do a little vamp. Give us a little vamp on a couple chords to like start this machine that doesn't work very well ever once a year.
Yeah.
And the worship leader looks directly at you and like starts kind of like making hand motions, hand gestures, like, come on, everybody, like it's your turn.
You know what to do.
To sing the Canadian national anthem. And if you, like me, had been practicing the Canadian national anthem all year long for this moment to hopefully, like, that's what we were doing. Like,
Right.
we have to honor our Canadian brothers.
Yeah.
Learn their fucking song.
Yeah.
And so, but if you are like me, you will be one of maybe 6 voices carrying this tune.
Who nailed it the whole
and
way
who
through.
remembered the words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there was the time before projectors, you know, like
Correct.
before they could put projectors up on, or put the words up, project the words up on a screen.
Which you did also mention that it
In our-
wasn't just the words that were the issue.
Yeah, it was not just,
Melodically, no one knew what was going on.
it was a challenge. Yeah. It was a melodic challenge for an overwhelming amount of white people and significant amount of Brazilians.
Yeah.
And then some other fun folk.
And then like 12 Canadians
and yeah,
on a good
max.
year.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big year.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So this train wreck is on track,
Yeah.
everybody, and we are choo-choo chugging along through the beginning. Oh, Canada. Everyone is like, oh, okay, we're confident.
Yep.
There's a loudness and a confidence coming through here.
That could only be unearned.
A confidence that can only be described as unearned.
Yeah.
Except for, a few.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but really unearned. And then, yeah, it starts to go off the rails pretty quick here. This train is overweight and got too many things going on.
Uh-huh.
Too much coal, a little too much coal, and a little, not enough rail. And, we start tipping, and we are really like, it's getting interesting up towards the, glorious and free. Like once you get to glorious and free, we're like rattling, and it's like some people are there and other people are still stuck back like in the middle of the verse, and like but by the second, oh Canada, we stand on God, like that part, everyone's like, oh, we're back,
Here we go.
and like you can tell everyone feels the confidence rush back.
Uh-huh.
And then it like a one-man band falling down the stairs falls apart again because it just does.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
It's painful. It's like nails on a chalkboard, and it's like, here you go, guys. We're here to show you how much we didn't learn your song.
God.
And like I felt horrible. Like every time I was like, no, like just let them sing it and let us appreciate it. And it's like we don't have to appropriate every single culture that is a part of our community. Like, we can just honor and appreciate instead of being like, now it's our turn.
Now, watch us kill it.
Now watch us do something bad to it.
Yeah. Now watch us maim.
So from the bottom of my heart,
Yeah.
my sincerest apologies. I know I was still part of the train wreck and like I didn't understand and like I love you, my Canadian brothers. You family of Canadians, I still love you deeply and yeah, forever. But so, okay, it's still Canada Day. And now that the song has ended and you're like, wow, I haven't been able to pay attention to anything. You, the audience, you have not been able to pay attention to anything other than what was just happening with the national anthem there. But now your stomach's starting to rumble because you thought you could get away with an iced coffee and nothing else because you missed the breakfast cutoff at 8:30. And like, you either have to shit or eat or both.
Likely
pretty fucking quick here.
Yeah.
Like you only have a little bit of time before something needs to change. Physically. And so you realize that likely, if you're lucky, Oh Canada ended and you get the announcements now. But if you're not lucky, Oh Canada ended and everyone's sitting down for the word. And there's no way you're getting out of the sanctuary.
No.
Like, there's not a chance.
Yeah. And if you do, you cannot get back in.
Because, yeah, exactly. It's like a theater. I think we mentioned it in another episode, but it was like the show has started. The doors are closed.
Yes.
There is no more entering and exiting. And if you do,
the big guys on the stage
and everyone else have their eyes and vibes and like irritation on you. And like, yeah, have fun feeling that.
I have a memory of someone telling me once that she watched someone get publicly shamed.
Oh, that happened a lot.
For getting up during a service, getting up during the word. And apparently Gary like said from the pulpit something like,
where do you think you're going?
Exactly. Or like, yeah.
I witnessed that a couple times in LA.
Yeah.
I think I saw it
like,
in Shiloh.
Something must be so important.
Yeah. That's exactly
Yeah. Yeah. So you would definitely get fucking shamed up the ass, out the ass if you had to leave in the middle. So you're either definitely trying to do whatever you got to do before or during worship and then getting your ass in seats, especially you because you were a word worker.
TM.
Yeah.
And like, God help you if you had any kind of disability.
Oh, for real.
Like, they would be like, begrudgingly, we will move out of the fire aisle.
Yeah.
To like make way for you.
Fire hazard.
Fire hazard was the whole thing. Like, Shiloh is synonymous with fire hazard.
Yeah.
We had a fucking fireworks show next to the most wooden building for like 200 miles. And like, for real.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah. 100%.
The largest wooden structure for some towns. Like,
yeah, I don't remember what the distance was. I can't remember the actual,
but it was like
it was for a few counties.
Bit. Yeah, for a few counties, yeah.
Sheesh.
So yeah, you're
all right,
sitting down.
Where are we now? Okay,
your bowels are loose, your stomach is growling.
Yeah.
you couldn't
because you missed breakfast.
Let's talk about the food situation for a second.
Yeah. Because there was a very strict schedule on which you could eat.
Very limited timeline.
Yeah,
for when food was available,
and there was 1,000 people all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, it would start. I think earliest you could get food was maybe like 6 to like 8:30.
It was like 6 to 8:30.
Yeah,
like straight the fuck up. And then like sometimes they'd leave like some oatmeal slop out for the people who like.
For the people who worked in the show and were tired AF and couldn't wake up because they were working all night.
Exactly.
Yeah. They would get the slop, and then the cafe would close when the word started. So that was it.
Was it? I thought when the worship started. When the worship started, by the service.
Yeah, it was closed.
Slammed.
Yeah.
Like they would stop.
Oh yeah.
They had like a metal rolling like clack 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 roller.
Yep, the door that they just were like, and we're done.
Boom. No more orders, no more. And then they would stop taking food orders at a certain time. Would love to hear some former Shiloh cafe workers out there.
Oh, I know you're out there.
Pipe up in the comments on YouTube or Insta.
For real.
Because like you guys were like warriors. Like you experienced a whole ass war in a different way that was like food service is grueling and soul crushing in a way.
And then you're in a cult.
And then also you're in a cult about it.
And then you're in a cult.
Like dude, the food service demands, because like I didn't work in the Shiloh cafe, but I worked in the LA cafe.
Yeah, same.
And like I sure got yelled at about eggs and coffee a lot.
Yeah.
I sure got fucking screamed at by people who, I asked for it this way. Why is it taking so long? Like, dude.
Yeah.
We do this every week.
Yeah.
We do this
every
single week. And then in Shiloh, it's like we do this every year.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, maybe you are getting worked to fucking death. Like, ooh, wake up earlier if you want delicious food, and then like blame it on the cult hours. Like, but also, I don't know, wake up earlier, but like we all can't because of our alcoholism. So like at the time, like, so, you know.
Yeah. And then, okay, so then lunch
was like 12-ish or 12:30, and then like to like 1:30 max.
Yeah.
It was like, and then, but you'd have to wait in line. So we're not, Here's the thing. I'm not going to describe lunch yet because we're not out of service. Of course, all right. You're not at lunch
You're
yet.
not at lunch yet. You don't get lunch
You don't get lunch yet.
That's hilarious. You're still almost shitting your pants during a word. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And if it feels like it's taking a long time, that's because, again, it is.
It is.
It does.
And it will.
Yes. And you'll never not feel it. That's PTSD, everybody. I'm just kidding. I'm not. So okay, yeah. Cafe, kitchen, amphitheater got like sometimes no, we're not at lunch yet. We'll get to lunch. You're still in service.
Yeah.
The announcements are going on. They're telling you, everyone, it was like a little special.
So this is after the word, right?
This is after the word. Yeah.
All right. You got through it. Thank God.
You got through it. You took some notes. They might be nonsense. They might be poop.
Yeah.
You are a little delirious, but you're like, I can see the end. The light you see at the end of the tunnel is the headlight of a fast approaching train, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentle friends, you are here. Every service had special announcements because that was also the time that they'd let like each church come up and do like a fun little presentation about what projects they were working on and what they needed the money for.
Yep.
And it was like a reality show. Like, it was crazy. They were like, okay, everyone, like a little PowerPoint. Here's what we've been doing. Here's what we need money for. here's what we need money for. Please give us money.
Yeah.
But also, like, we're happy to share that, like, this is what's going on, and we're, you know, we're doing the vision. We're bringing forth the kingdom. TM. Woo! I'm gonna surprise. You're doing it. You're doing the thing, and everyone got to talk about it. And so, like, the lights dim.
Yeah.
And you are sitting in your seat going, oh, no.
No, we're starting again.
No, this could be another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it is.
And it is.
And it is. And, yeah, and then, oh, gosh. I'm trying to think of a name for a specific person because it was always this person who ended the services.
She was always around. She was Shiloh.
Shiloh was her show.
Yeah. She was definitely. She touched many lives.
Many lives.
Many lives.
Pillow.
Love.
Pillow would come up.
Oh, it's gonna get me every time. That's really great. Okay.
So as soon as you saw Pillow get up on stage, you're like, oh, I'm home free. Like, guys, oh, please, God. And so Pillow would be like,
please, God, please.
Pillow would come, just the facts, ma'am, and come tell you what was what and be like, lunch is this.
Yeah.
And this is when people would be like, as soon as Pillow said the word lunch, everyone starts like shuffling in their seats, and there's like a great murmur, a large commotion. Like you start hearing rustling,
a racket.
There's like shit falling down, and like you're hearing like
Bibles snapping shut.
Oh yeah, like yeah. So you've got a lot of chaos. Like it's like a susser. Like it's a murmur of it is a great murmur. an oral AURAL experience of biblical proportions.
The great rumbling.
The great rumble. And you're like, your stomach has joined the din. And you are ready, and you're like, okay, you're looking right and you're looking left and you're looking at your exits and you're looking at how many people are between you
and that fucking
door and how many rows and how much shit do you have to pick up.
And who do I know behind me that will inevitably stop me or help me along?
Exactly. It's like behind you is a field.
How many bosses do I have to defeat before I get out of this fucking sanctuary?
Behind you is a minefield of interactions, of choose your own adventure opportunities that are like, you have toggled all of these characters are coming to rush towards you now, and like some are friend, some are ally, some are unknown, some are inescapable, and like not in a mean way. It's just like, it's not about you, but the remembering that you want to do with me and about my parents right now is not something that can be done due to a fecal emergency. So like, again, it's not about like, oh, I'm trying to escape, whatever. Like, it's just like, I need to escape.
I gotta go.
Guys, I gotta go. So you are rushing and you are grabbing, and you're like, there's also like the people who you're like, I desperately want to speak to this person. This is the first time I'm seeing them. They arrived late.
Yeah.
You know, they arrived yesterday night, and
God.
I was doing some task or asleep at 4 a.m. when they rolled in.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, so you're like, you again choose your own adventure here. Sometimes you like and like chose to have the conversation, but it was always like, hey, let's hurry towards the door together.
Yeah.
But
and
then
then that would also be good because then you also had a buffer. So then both of you could be heading towards the door.
This is your best option because even though you suffer momentary discomfort, instead of
you better
rushing
just
to
hope
the door,
they don't squeeze you when they hug you.
because you have a choice to make. Another fork in the road is approaching. It is, do I rush to the bathroom where it's gonna be a bloodbath?
Packed.
It's gonna be terrible.
The stinkiest old lady smells coming at you from every direction.
Every side. And it's also children, and it's also
diapers.
It is humans of every age, race, and creed coming to shit their brains out after having held it for too long in a service.
Yeah, correct.
And sorry guys, I tell it like it is. So you have the choice. Do I? If you rush out alone, you're just rushing straight to the bathroom, and then the line is getting longer in the tunnel. The tunnel.
Oh God.
And then we get to the tunnel.
The tunnel.
So let's take us on the bright and sunshiny path of you've opted to speak to a friend. The friend is now rushing out through the door with you, and you are going down to the tunnel together, and you're about halfway down the tunnel. You've gauged, you've got eyes on the line. And
eyes on the bathroom at the front of the line.
Well, no, you're still in the tunnel. Line's in the tunnel.
Oh,
line's
okay,
always
you're all the way back.
No, line's always in the tunnel.
I thought you said finally, like you finally got.
No, you finally get to the tunnel.
Okay, got it.
You're to the tunnel. And you now you're there with the friend, and you're like, hey, could you hold my place in line? Can I come back? Because I really want to keep talking to you, but I have to hit the head.
Yeah.
And they're like, of course. So you rush upward, and you rush past, you have to bump past a bunch of people who will accuse you of cutting.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. Like, these are not, like, I can ignore that.
And I also am happy to just tell everyone I have to
have to shit. Yeah, like
gonna pee my pants.
Yeah, and then people are like, "Why'd you tell me that?" And I'm like, "'Cause you fucking hassled me."
Yeah,
if you don't want a response, don't hassle me.
Yeah,
I'm not cutting. I just have to go do my business. So you get up and like, there's
cutting. I'm butting.
So there's like a bathroom, a women's room.
That's the grossest thing I've ever said out loud. Maybe I'm glad it was recorded.
I can verify that it's not.
Okay, great.
But so yeah, you're in the bathroom now, and everything's back. So like, whatever, we can skip the bathroom. I don't need to open that file. We posted on our Instagram. You see the bathroom doors that you would be heading towards, though.
Yeah,
you see those bathroom doors at the end of the video.
Yep.
Those bathroom doors are your light at the end of the tunnel, literally.
Yeah.
And you get there, it's great, and now you're back in line with your friend, and now it's okay because you're talking to someone that you like care about, and like,
and the line has moved since you've been in there.
If you're female or assigned female at birth, you are standing there and will inevitably be approached by a human male. The human male will come up to you and whoever you're talking to and immediately start talking to you because Stasia, do you want to explain the kind of the watering hole of it all?
Oh, for sure.
Because that always happened in the tunnel.
Yeah, it was the kitchen and the tunnel was the time for everybody.
Prime time, baby.
Yep, everybody gets to.
You've had your shit. You've tucked your shirt back in. Your socks are kind of dry, maybe. Like you're ready, you know.
And you're like, okay, these are people that I won't get in trouble for dating. If I decide to date them, they won't be outside of the church, but they're not from my church.
Correct.
So it doesn't feel incestuous.
Correct. There's also the like
you're kissing your sister.
And it really always was that, even though it was like, oh, you're from a different church. And it's like, yeah, but we're all related here.
We're all so many last names just in every single
direction.
Yeah.
And so many like, oh, by marriage. Like we were just like, the family tree was crawling to a point.
Yeah. Like, growing back in on itself. Yeah.
Just crawling upward in a direction that you don't want the family tree to be going.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, okay, like I'm kind of picturing the beginning of Mean Girls, where she's kind of describing how like high school is like the wild of Africa, where it's like you have your predators and your prey and your these things. The watering hole. You come to the watering hole to find a wife or a husband. You come to find a mate.
Yeah.
And your options like love to all my brothers and sisters out there, but like pickings were slim. Yeah, pickings were slim and we were all related, whether it was blood or not, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. Because also you would be really good. This would happen a lot in YASP. You'd be really good friends with a guy from your area. This would happen to me a lot.
Yeah.
And people would come up to me and be like, so are you doing dating?
Oh my
God.
God.
if it was another YASP girl, the underlying question was, is he available? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like, what's going on with that person?
What's the 411 on so and so?
I really love his hair.
Wow. Yeah. And like, wow. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm like, I don't know. That's my brother.
That's my brother. Yeah.
That's my brother you're talking about. I don't talk to him about girls. Ew.
And like fabricating romantic feelings within the community of like trying to like, because you're like, okay, who can I handle talking to for the rest of my life?
For real.
That was my perception of it.
Yeah.
And like I was like,
wow.
Who can
Low bar, Leandra.
It was yeah.
Low bar for love.
But like again, like now I understand asexuality and I'm like, spectrum, me. That. I get
spectrum, me on it.
Yeah, I understand that about myself, because I was like, I didn't understand romantic feelings in that way of like, again, I think I said this in another episode, but I was like, give me some heavy hand holding and some stimulating conversation and like I'm set.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, this is great. But like, luckily we weren't allowed to do anything beyond that anyway. Like it was heavily monitored and like,
no, if a boy looked at you, I'll speak for myself. If a boy looked at me, I'd be in trouble.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
If yeah, it's your fault if like you are an attractive female and you are put in a camp with 100 horny teenagers, human males.
Yeah.
Hundreds of horny human males
and repressed horny
human males.
People. Yeah.
I'm not just saying teenagers. I'm saying like it was all people of all ages.
Yeah.
And it was like an inappropriate level of scoping.
Any single person. Yes.
Again, I think we've said this, but potential being perceived way too early.
Yeah.
Way too early.
Yeah. And I think we mentioned it at the end of like the last one about like Joshua generation, but like this is what was happening too with Joshua generation. Yeah.
Like it was very much like we joke about the school in LA being Uncle Icky's wife farm.
Yeah.
Because it was like, and it was this, but it was like, yeah, that's kind of how the child care programs felt too. It was like, who's getting together and who rises to the top and like who shows their potential and like who shows their working potential,
who's getting noticed
for what,
and
who's
then being like paid attention to. Exactly.
It was a way to kind of like gauge and like honestly horribly label a lot of people for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Like what you were in those programs was what you were the rest of the time.
Yeah.
And or what you had, or it was either what you were for the rest of the time or what you had to aspire to not be.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Yeah.
And like they would put this pressure on kids to be something to someone all the time.
Yeah.
And like to an inappropriate degree. And I don't know how else to expand on that at this very juncture in time space.
Yeah, we are still going to have we want to have a Joshua Generation and Yasp like deep dive because that's a whole thing there. But okay,
the
all right.
watering hole.
The
so
watering
you're in
hole.
the tunnel and like you've been approached by a human male.
Yeah.
And it is, you can say like, I don't know, like there's nothing you can say to stop them from standing there and following you in line. Like you are trapped in a literal concrete tunnel underground with a person. And like sometimes if you're lucky, that human male is a desired conversation companion.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then good fucking luck. Sorry, you have the shakes all through lunch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about lunch.
Yeah.
We're here. It's lunchtime. Congratulations. You have made it to lunchtime.
Wow. You made it.
You've suffered and you have worked and you have listened and you
yeah, Jesus.
have not eaten.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. And I'm not even telling you about like if you're a quote unquote word worker and you have to go into a basement and write the blogs.
Yeah.
But that'll be later.
Yeah.
So and like again, we're also not talking about like the Sprout years.
Yeah, we're kind of glossing over.
We're gonna gloss over the Sprout years, but I think
the health nut years.
Yeah, I'm thinking lunch in the like mid to late 2000s, like the aughts and the tens, where we got like normal lunch. It was like there'd be like taco day, or there'd be like and like honestly, the lunches were pretty good in those years because we had some really good like people doing stuff in the kitchens, and then like a fucking commercial kitchen level operation, like huge walk-in freezer, like fucking standing mixer that's like the size of I do not have a unit of measure in my head right now. The size of like I was like I could fit in it, like a human could fit in that standing mixer. Like that bowl was massive.
Yeah,
like it was big. And they had like these ovens and like these big proofing racks, like all this crazy shit. Like it was awesome. Like they did a whole operation in there. But like there were some years where it was like, what do we get for lunch? And it was like garlic. And it was like, what else? Sprout. Anything else? No.
Yeah.
You could put some fucking amino acids on that shit. You could put some Brags on it.
Oh. Oh, not Brags.
If you're lucky, if you're fucking real lucky, you can throw some brewer's yeast on that shit.
Yikes.
Okay, a little touch into the waters of the Sprout years.
Yeah. Yikes.
Sprout and garlic years.
Yeah.
Everybody smelled like fucking garlic.
Yikes.
Speaking of garlic, okay, so like in those later like aughts and like tens years.
Yeah, we can't not talk about, if we're gonna say garlic, we have to talk about
the cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
The accident.
The accident. Yeah.
The accident. So, but you're so hungry all the time. You've been working so hard, in some way or another. Like there was no one who was not working at Shiloh.
Yeah.
There was no one who was not working at Shiloh in some way or other, whether it was like you go down into the library and you're doing scholarly things, or like you go up into the like upper like booth area and you're doing like audio things, or like you go into the basement and you're like writing blogs, Leandra.
Yeah.
Or you go down to the bowl, or you're like you're mowing
in the show,
you're setting up volleyball nets, you're putting chairs away, you're vacuuming, you're cleaning the bathrooms. Like again, everybody who paid to be here also made it go, even though there was a designated staff in like later years. But like again, the Pillow got her shit together and like really ran a tight fucking squeaky tight ship over there with her Shiloh girls. All hats off to the Shiloh girls, honestly. You guys were incredible. You saw.
Yeah, and are you okay?
And the answer is no, but it's okay and we love you. But like, yeah, so beep boop.
Okay, so garlic butter.
So you were hungry all the time and you're working. And like the lunches are good, but you're always hungry like 2 hours later. And then like the next meal isn't for like 6 hours. And they're like, didn't you eat at lunch? And it's like, I couldn't go back for seconds. Did you see that fucking line? Like lunch closed by the time, like it was like, yeah, a whole thing. Again, it did eventually kind of get fixed towards the very end. So one morning, if you're lucky, sometimes, even in the sprout years, this is because this was the legend. Like it was this smell. You'd wake up and you'd know it was the day.
Yeah.
You'd know it was the cinnamon roll day.
Yeah. It was a precious day.
Fucking incredible. The woman who made them, her name was Gladys. And like I have no idea.
Gladys.
I don't know if it's like, I know Gladys was like a saucy old minx. But like she yelled at me a lot when I was a kid. So like I don't have like the warmest feelings towards Gladys, but also like I don't have negative feelings towards Gladys. So like, but also I had the positive feelings I did have for Gladys came from her baking.
Yes.
And Gladys was she would make these cinnamon rolls and then like she would like the kitchen would obviously she'd have staff help her. It would be cinnamon rolls for hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And like cinnamon roll day was like the best fucking day. It was better than the fucking 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like you were like, this is everything. I get to eat this delicious hot cinnamon roll before the Iowa heat hits. It's like 6:30 and I woke up early because it's cinnamon roll day and I will get there on time. You know, like, and like you were pushing past people to get to the fucking cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Like God help you if you missed the cinnamon rolls, you're heartbroken. So, okay. A little context there. Now it is cinnamon roll day and I'm not sure what year it was, but like one of my dear friends now was a child then, and I think I was a teenager. This little boy was so sweet. He was my little buddy. So like, yeah, me and this kid are walking to breakfast from the dorms and like he smells it and I smell it and I'm like, buddy. And he's like, pal. And I'm like, yeah. So we go like running. Running down the tunnel.
Yeah.
We're like sprinting and I'm smelling it and I'm also smelling another smell. I'm like, oh, I think they started cooking lunch already.
Yep.
Interesting. Why did they start cooking lunch at like 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
But maybe it's something that's like a stew or it like takes a long time. I'm like, hot day, but whatever.
Yeah.
There's a smell in the air that does not belong with the cinnamon roll smells of cinnamon roll days past.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's an intruder, there's a newcomer, and I don't know if it's welcome. Well, you know, when people, like, I don't know, like, Gandalf said, follow your nose, and he was fucking right. Like, I should have fucking known better. Also, you used to make fun of me for being a weird fucking food sniffer.
Yeah.
But
I stand by that.
I ate a moldy croissant this morning because I didn't smell it first because I was like, I'm just going to eat this. And I tasted it. I'm like, this tastes weird. I was like, it must be the way. I was like, maybe it's the oven, the way I heated it up. And then I like bit way into it. And then was like, there is green mold. So far, so good. I think my body processed it. Anyway, back on track. Cinnamon roll day. I'm preparing you for the upset that's coming because like I watched this kid get his cinnamon roll and I get mine and like he bites into it and there's joy on his face and then his face crumbles and he starts to like shake his head and like spit the cinnamon roll out of his mouth and he starts to full on weep. Baby. Weeping tears. No, what's wrong? And like I take a bite because I'm like, what's going on? And it was garlic cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
Garlic cinnamon rolls. And it was the most upset, like the combination of flavors was the frosting was so sweet.
Yeah.
And the garlic was so upfront.
Oh,
and
God.
It was so, and also at the back. And like, it was everywhere. It was overwhelming. And it was like, wow, this is such a tragedy.
What did they do? They accidentally used garlic butter?
There was a dish that they had made garlic butter the night before and set it next to the regular butter in the big walk-in fridge. I think it was labeled, but like also like I said, work. Your brain is fucking scrambled and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
Like you've got the scramblies hard.
Yeah.
And like Now, so yeah, they used garlic butter in the frosting and the dough. And so then they had to make a new batch, like, but like the damage was done, and like so many people, like some people ate the whole thing. And I was like, how? I don't know how. I don't know. We had a lot of interesting folk. But Cinnamon Roll Day was a disaster.
Garlic butter cinnamon rolls.
Garlic butter cinnamon rolls. It was bad. It was a sensory nightmare. All right.
Disgusting.
So breakfast is over. Lunch is over. You're back to work.
Yeah.
You're back to work. And now you are working until the night service at like 4:30.
Whoa, wait. Okay, when was the night
service?
Sometimes
I think on like some days
because you would eat before it was like.
Oh, would you
lunch?
eat before the night service?
Yes, because
you're right.
Yes, because sometimes they would go until fucking like 9 or 10 o'clock or some shit.
You're right.
So it was like lunch, work, dinner, service.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're lucky after service and it didn't go on forever,
cafe,
there's something
snacks.
happening. Yeah. Either in the cafe or outside. But yeah. So it's work in whatever department, like all the ones that you listed. And then it's dinner. And then it's right back into service.
Do you want to take us
straight to jail?
Straight to jail. Surprisingly, jail.
Yeah. Also jail.
Yeah, basically, we're here. Night service is happening. Hopefully you brought an item to save your seat.
Yeah.
If you got a seat. And if you don't get a seat, you save your spot along the wall on the floor.
Yep.
And then, that's going on. And like, night service always was like, God, like every service, everything was, okay, this was what was crazy. And like, again, the cult of it all.
Yeah.
Everything was the main event.
Fuck, if that ain't the fucking truth.
Everything was the fucking, this is it.
Yeah.
Of it all. Like everything was that. And it was like.
It's that whole week. Yeah.
Exhausting.
Because that whole week was like everything. Yeah, exactly. This is it.
The night, I was thinking about like the effort and
it's happening now.
It's happening now. Whoa. Woo. That was one of the songs that they would sing. There was this shit. All right. Is it coming out? Do I do it? Did you just do this?
I don't
know.
Did
you just set off a time bomb? It's happening now. It's happening now. The kingdom is happening now.
And there it was.
Okay, I'm so sorry, everybody. I guess we're gonna have these be popping out because you know what?
What else are you gonna
do? Time and place.
Yeah.
So it's happening now. If like sometimes the night service would have like different lighting, you know, like they'd be like, and then like it would be like there was a couple years where I got to like sing in the night services, and that was like I felt like special. I felt very special.
Yeah, that would have been
it was
cool
like
feeling.
Ooh, the show of it all. Again, even though it was like the show was happening in the amphitheater, but it was still the show of it all. And
sometimes Uncle Icky would be like, you guys can go to this service because you're gonna sing and you're gonna do this and this is like all production all the time, all optics.
Yeah, keep them entertained.
Yeah.
And so night service is ramping up, and like it's usually some like really intense shit. A lot of people crying. Like there's always a moment where it's like, let's bring the music down. Let's really feel it. Oh, really?
Without the drum.
Really feel it in the Lord butt tonight.
Feel it right up my Lord butt tonight.
I'm so sorry that's what my brain just produced. I'm really sorry, everybody, but like, you know what? Shit in, shit out. Like, so,
I'm not mad at it.
Like really feel it though. Like really feel it. Cause like feel it like they want, like that was the whole thing of it too. It was like, hey, everybody, if you're not feeling it, capital FEELING
Yeah.
if you're not feeling it, you're doing it wrong.
And you're missing out.
You're missing it.
Yep.
So like even in the amphitheater, I remember being able to like hear services. If I was working in the amphitheater, I could hear the night service going and I'd be like, I'm missing it.
Yeah.
And like, even though I didn't want to be in there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm missing it. Like FOMO to the nth degree of the night service and the whatever. And like, I don't know. It's very hard to describe because this is the cult of it all, where it was like, when it was good, it was good.
Yeah, man.
Like it was a GEWD, good.
Good.
Like, yeah, you'd feel it and you're like, I'm feeling all these emotions and I'm feeling
it now, Mr. Krabs.
Are you feeling it now?
That was the whole thing.
Mr. Krabs. Yeah, big time. Fuck. Yeah, and like the worship would get you, and like always the worship would set the tone for the word, for the message,
and that's what they told us too. It was like that was the whole thing.
And it's like you give your all with your feelings in this music time.
Yeah.
And then you make the words come spewing out of Gary's prepared notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Your spirit is cleansed with worship, so it is not a hindrance. Yeah,
because there was the threat too. With the promise came the threat.
Yeah, 100%.
Every time, at every turn.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, oh, it's that as well. Oh, whoa. And like, it's funny. I don't know what kind of territory we're trundling into here. we're trotting into here, but like Gary's book, Obtain the Promises, TM. The book with the hands, yeah. OTP. The book cover it's a photograph taken by a friend of a very good friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And like, yeah, taken by a brother of a brother.
Yeah.
And so yeah, obtain the promises, but like with the promise came the threat.
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. And I think that's how it worked in the Bible too. So I think that's why it was kosher in the community. So, you know, like, hey, do this or else.
Yeah.
And so with the night service energy, you're like, show up with your whole ass in worship.
Yeah.
And if you don't, the word's gonna tank and it'll be your fault.
Yeah. And also, if you're not getting it and you're witnessing other people get it, you're probably gonna start faking it.
Yeah. And the feeling I
would, at least.
The pressure I always felt like subconsciously and like I've been able to identify now was like, people paid money to be here.
Oh, boy.
Don't be the reason they miss out on the anointing.
Wow. Yeah. God,
we can
much pressure
sit with that for a second.
So much pressure that they just figured out how to make us put on ourselves. So they didn't even have to do it anymore.
They didn't have to do it at all.
We did it to ourselves.
Point.
Yeah.
And that's what the beauty of that literature was. And the beauty of that system was like, if you got kids to read that literature, I was a product of that literature. And I was a little fucking controllable zombie.
Yeah.
Who talked the talk and walked the walk. The walk. So really, no matter who you were or where you were around Shiloh and in proximity to the night service, you were feeling feelings.
Yeah. 100%.
You were feeling these big feelings. And like, this is something I want to talk about a little bit because it's still like interesting to me.
Yeah.
A lot of the experiences, like what we didn't say is like sometimes the day service would become the night service. And like you would be told, because something like what God TM was doing was happening right there. Like the stuff of the Bible was happening now.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of the living word. And like the point was, that's what the living word meant, was like make the word in the Bible, bring that to now.
Yeah.
Make the word alive, make it living. And so like you were always looking for a really deep experience, a meeting with God.
Yeah.
TM.
For real.
Bing bong.
Yeah. And you would get we talked about like worship and how emotional it was.
Yes, exactly.
And like how you were there. We talked about it a little bit today, even about like you're there to bring the atmosphere with the worship for the word.
Yeah.
And so like that meant you better be fucking broken.
You better be on your face.
Yes.
Showing up to that service on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're singing these songs that all have these very evocative, emotional lyrics.
Yeah.
And they are set to these beautiful tunes, and you have these beautiful music, like this beautiful music, all these wonderful musicians, you know, like making this experience happen. It's not to say that like what I felt or what you felt or what anyone felt in those services was not a very real emotional experience.
Yeah,
because it was very powerful and like even spiritual.
Yeah.
Like it was like it's not to say that it wasn't like it wasn't a very real magical cleansing, wild healing feeling, because it was.
Yeah.
And you like felt it in your body. And like I have been in therapy for some time now, and I have done like explored different methods of therapy, and my therapist did some guided breath work with me one time, and like it was insane. Like she had me like lay down, and like she showed me how I should be breathing, and like what like it's with how my stomach should be breathing and how my chest should be going, and like this type of breathe, like this it's basically you're hyperventilating on purpose. And like when you're hyperventilating like that, your body starts to react because your brain gets over oxygenated.
Yeah.
And like your hands will tighten up and tingle, and like your face will tingle.
Mm-hmm.
And like my body went into the fetal position like involuntarily.
Yeah.
Like my arms got stuck above my head. My whole mouth, throat, tongue went numb. And like this happened to me doing breath work with a therapist, and then again while breathing through acupuncture one time. And like my hands did the thing, they closed up, and like I couldn't use my fingers. And like my wrists and elbows like locked up, and like my head got low, and like I put my hands went over my head is what was happening. And it was like this position of like very defensive. And like my therapist was like, whoa, like that's insane. I've not like, and then she was like, I had to stop midway because I started like, I was crying. But then like my sinuses were like clogging up because I'm crying while I do this breathing and hyperventilating and like crying and crying. And then my tongue got numb and my throat started to like get numb and close up. And like I was like, I can't breathe. I like couldn't breathe anymore. It was crazy. But all of these feelings I felt, I was like, oh my God, like that was a very intense version of like sensations I had only felt in a worship service. And like when the quote, the Holy Spirit was there and moving and like and like, again, who's to say it wasn't, you know, like not me.
Yeah.
But it was like very bizarre because I was like, oh, the therapy of it all was all of that is linked to like it triggered my grief.
Yeah.
That acupuncture session and that breathing session triggered my grief. And I like, at that point when I did the breath work, I did not know what grief was. I did not understand. I did not know that I had grief to contend with at all. And I did not know that like it was a collective grief that I carried from before like stuff that happened from before I was born.
Yep.
Like I was born into a collective grief because
Yep.
when I was born, our families and everyone's families were still mourning the death of John.
Yep.
It had been like,
and I still do maybe, but did throughout our entire lives.
Yeah, we
witnessed that grief. Yeah, like you said, since birth, and then the whole time. It never
yeah, and like it was a
stopped.
collective grief that we carried. And like, Stasia, you and I carried the grief of the death of a cult leader that we never met from the day we were born.
Yeah.
So like, I would cry about John's death as a little kid.
Yeah.
Like little kid. I would go listen to the tapes and cry because John was dead.
Yeah.
And I kept hearing that maybe he'd be back someday, or they prayed for him to have resurrection life, TM, but he didn't come back. And that like we were all still hoping that John was going to come back.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, people can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't have to fear death.
Cool. Yep, exactly.
Except it was like, death wasn't of fear because life was insane. But like, yeah. And then think about like, okay, yeah, music and singing is a very emotional, physical, like outlet.
Yeah.
It's a very emotional outlet. And we had this collective grief that we would all go. And like, were we crying about John's death, or were we crying about Christ's death, or were we crying about
our own shit?
Sins,
yeah.
or were we crying about whatever? But like, either way,
our own shortcomings.
Yeah, for real. You mean our crimes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crime.
And like, fuck. Yeah. It was wild. And I just like, I want to acknowledge, like, I don't know if everyone knows about grief and like how much it played a part of the whole thing for us, because like part of the, like, they would totally tap into your grief because like, this is something, and this is me, personal speculation here, but what I've observed is like faith healers, let's say, or like anyone saying, like anyone hoping to get like personal ministry at the end of a service, and like, or in the middle of a service or whatever, like people, like, I have so many thoughts and I've been trying to get them in a row about this for a long time, but like basically when I think of the community that I was part of, I remember a lot of people who were all like wounded.
Yes.
Like hurting in some way.
Yeah.
Even the people who were like chipper and cheerful, they were hurting in some way. And like whether you were malevolent or benevolent, or you had good intentions or bad intentions or whatever, like you were part of our community and you were hurting. And if that's not how you felt your experience went, then like dig a little deeper. Not to tell you what to do, but just I would encourage, like, look a little deeper, because like
this podcast encourages self-reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like, because when I discovered my grief, I was like, oh, my grief has been with me since I was a very young child.
And it wasn't mine when I got it.
And it wasn't mine when I got it, but then it became mine and I carried it. And then like, but it wasn't like, again, it wasn't just the grief about John. It was like all these other things always happening. Every week it's something else.
Yeah.
You know, someone's sick, or someone got in an accident, or this thing happened in the world, or whatever, you know, like we had to feel it all the time, but also like we were told how to feel about it.
Let me tell you how to feel about this.
Let me tell you how to feel about this. So the worship was really like, the word was like a way to nod along, or be like, relieved that I'm being told a way through.
Yeah.
But the worship was where you cut loose. People would like cut loose and like they would like sing and give, and like it was, there was this like intensity, and like some of these Shiloh services would have people like cackling on the ground, like cackling for hours or weeping for hours, or like people would pass out. People would be hyperventilating. People would be screaming. Like there was any manner of like shaking, like shaking for the Lord, shaking for Jesus. Like shaking for Jesus. Shaking for Jesus. Like you'd often be either being held by someone while you shook or like holding someone who is shaking.
Who is crying or laughing or shaking. Yeah.
And like very revival tent.
Very
evocative environment. Very like, and like, again, this was what I was trying to get to, was like, who's there hurting people who have wounds, people who are physically ailing, emotionally ailing, like mentally ailing, whatever what have you, like lost a family member or like
emotionally struggling.
Like all of these, everyone had something, you know, like it was all, and it was all happening all the time. And like everyone getting together and collectively grieving with hope was kind of what was going on. And like, I always feel very, this makes me very angry when I think about how the leaders and other evangelical leaders will like fabricate that kind of environment and then give hope to people. It's saying your problem will be fixed if you just do this.
Yeah.
And like,
and if your problem's not fixed, it's your fault.
Like essentially being
you're not
like
praying hard enough. You're not giving enough. You're not.
Yeah.
Your spirit isn't good enough. You're whatever ABC they
you
decided.
let that back in.
Oh shit.
You let that back in. Is how they would frame it.
It's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, like communities like ours drew hurting people over time, and then leaders and people in charge, and again, like it was just irresponsible to promise people something you knew you couldn't deliver on. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna fix this marriage in this service? That's what's gonna happen? Oh, okay. You know, like you're just gonna force these people to repress it harder because now it's their fault if it's not working, because you publicly made it a spectacle of a couple and their marital problems. You know, or like, oh, you have a chronic condition.
Yeah.
Or you are terminally ill.
Yeah.
And like you're putting your hands on someone saying God's going to give you life. God's going to restore your life. And you're just...
God's going to give you a healing.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, sure. Okay. Not everyone has like all the money in the world to get all the fancy care that those leaders got to have, you know? And like they put their hands on sick people and said, you're healed. And they like, maybe they were, but like not enough for the responsibility and power that those people were wielding. They were doing so irresponsibly in a way that makes me very angry when I remember the things that people I loved were dealing with.
Yeah.
Like I still I think about some people who like I absolutely still love, who still also love Gary. Like those people love Gary, and it makes me profoundly sad. But like I had, you know, some of the best conversations of my life and some of the most profound conversations of my life speaking with people about their mental illness, their physical ailments, their familial ailments. And I was like, I don't know why I'm a child and you feel comfortable to tell me all this stuff. But at the same time, like I witnessed what people were going through, and I heard people's stories, and I liked hearing people's stories because then I understood them. Because then when they did something weird, I'd be like, oh, it's just that. You know, like when they inevitably did something weird, or someone would, you know, I was like, I really was trying to explain the world around me, and I would let people explain themselves to me. And I appreciated when people explained themselves to me, actually.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like I'm thinking of some women, some older women in the church who I just loved, and they would talk to me. But then at the same time, they were always the first people in line at the healing conventions, or at the big healer came to town, or the big pastors are in town, or these visitors are out of town, or whatever, or in town for something, and they're on stage and they're gonna be putting their hands on people and blessing
have a
people.
Healing ministry.
Yeah. And they were always the first in line in a healing service, or to be blessed, or to be like, and it's like, wow, you're trying to treat real mental and or physical or emotional illness with, I don't know, a panacea, quote unquote. And I know that's a word that I heard JRS use a lot. He'd be like, oh, God is not a panacea, a fix-all for your problems, like a cure-all, like a mythical cure. But it's like, that is what they were offering, was this mythical cure-all.
Yeah.
That was like, come, let me heal you. Come, be cured. Come, I'll pray for your son who is struggling with X or Y or Z. And mothers would come weeping.
The army.
Or in the army. Exactly. And they're like, we'll protect your son. And it's like, you can't promise that.
Yeah.
You can absolutely believe that for someone and actually verbally agree together with someone that is what you want to see happen and that's what you think God wants for that person. That's totally fine. But like, you cannot guarantee these things to people, because then you're dealing with I'm thinking of the episode of Oops, I'm in a Cult. The cult killed my mom.
Yeah.
Like, Lori Parker was our mom too, kind of.
Fucking man.
Again, that's a whole other thing. But like, just I think about the people who were really hurting and like had cancer and like they didn't get the treatment they needed because they were relying on the promises of a huckster, of a shyster. They were relying on the promises, but the promises never came through. They were unobtainable.
Yeah.
The unobtainable promises. Whew. So that's the night service.
Yeah, there was always a big anticipation. There was always a big anticipation for the night services, because they were either going to be super groovy and you never knew what was going to happen, or
super deep.
They'd be super deep, like what you just described.
Yeah.
And either way, like you said before, you were missing out if you were anywhere else. Even if you were working, which that's the only other place you'd be. Working.
Now we're getting her.
All right. What are we working on?
The amphitheater.
Everybody.
We're working in the amphitheater now. Sorry to like gear shift you hard, everybody, talking deep about grief, but like, it's fine. You're dealing with grief in the amphitheater too, but you're also dealing with a different emotion, but it's not yours. It's kind of everyone around you's, and it's that thing we were talking about earlier, the deeply horrible, horny vibes of the bowl.
What's that weirdness?
Of the amphitheater. Horny amphitheater bowl.
Yeah.
Where everyone was like, there was just showmance about.
Yeah, I think we described it last time
always
as theater kids.
It was the theater kid
vibes.
But theater kid vibes with now, through the context of what we provided earlier of like, this is where everyone gets together to see who else exists in the cult that you could potentially either date in the future or presently pursue.
Yeah.
And so like kids from out of town would be getting together all the time. And it's like, a lot of the like, I was too young to be like, I think I was in the show when I was like 6. And then I like later when I was an adult, I got to sing before the show.
Yeah.
But like there was like an older crew, older than us, who were like, they were the 18 and up kind of crew. And like there were some stragglers like 16 and up maybe, but like, you know, but like who's to say? I'll let them say, it's not my say. But I just observed, again, this was where the production of the Broadway, Sweatin' for Jesus in a parking lot in North Hollywood to prepare for your Broadway show.
Yep.
And like there was that whole like everybody was down there doing crazy rehearsals some years, and then like other years, like no matter what, it was a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
And like the cult leaders would come down to the bowl to party hardy.
Yeah, because that's where Uncle Iggy was.
Yep.
So Uncle Iggy was down there.
There was a keg.
Mm-hmm.
There was always wine.
Always. I heard a story about one of the people who set off the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Who went and got licensed.
Yeah.
Because of the Shiloh show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then was a
licensed pyrotechnic. Yeah.
And
pyrotechnician.
One year the electricity went out, and so all of the lights for him to crawl around and set off the fireworks were out.
Whoa.
The controls were out.
Yeah.
So he had to go do it by hand.
Oh my God, I remember this year.
And time it with the music.
I think.
Yeah.
Because I think I was doing
and
audio.
Somebody had to go along and constantly douse him with water. So he didn't catch on fire.
Oh God, talking about fire hazards earlier.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
We got here.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh my God.
Yeah. Because like the show must go on.
The show must go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter the temperature, no matter the tornado.
I will say this guy was having the time of his fucking life.
Of course.
Like, this guy was having a blast.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Several blasts.
Yeah,
several hundred blasts.
Yeah. God.
In fact. Yeah.
I'm surprised he can hear it all these days.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, when it was good, it was good.
It was so good.
You're like, dude, digging holes in the ground for fireworks in the hot, hot sun. Like, I definitely dug those holes for the launch
Literally dug
mortars.
Trenches. Yeah.
I dug trenches for mortars.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It was fine. Oh, okay. I am taking us sideways to a different Shiloh moment. Lateral Shiloh move forward into the fall of 2015 at Marilyn's funeral when they did a 21 gun salute with timed fireworks.
Oh, Jesus.
They timed fireworks to oh God. I don't know if it was actually that song, but it may as well have been, I was there. You were there.
Oh yeah.
Give me that thing. Anyway,
give me that thing.
We're back in the summer now. Surprise,
okay.
You just had a little
whiplash.
Little whiplash, yeah. That's what we do here, I guess. Welcome to being inside my brain.
So yeah, so the show.
We're here. The horny show.
The horny show.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. You run a lot of cables. You are in and out of a truck a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
big,
people.
stinky, sweaty truck.
Stinky, sweaty truck. A lot of people staring at you in your shorts. No, man, woman, or child, male or female, there's somebody staring at you in your shorts.
Yes, that is correct. Man, woman, or child is absolutely correct.
Like, there was always some starry eyes.
Dead eyes.
Like a doll's
eyes.
Fully dead eyes.
Dead wandering eyes.
Yuck. Yeah, there were a lot of those. But like, Uncle Icky's down there and his whole little thing is going, and like,
so that means Gary and Marilyn are down there a lot.
That means Gary and Marilyn are down there a lot. Again, it depends on how pleased they are with him at the time.
Yeah.
Like, how much they come party in the bowl is dependent upon how good Uncle Icky has been over the last few months.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he being a good boy?
Are you being a good boy?
Are you gonna listen? No.
No.
Stop it.
Stop it, Mom.
I will groom teenage girls. Thank you. You can't stop me, Mom.
Oh, speaking of which, we didn't talk about the 200 wing.
The 200 wing where Uncle Icky and only family could stay in the 200 wing.
Only family could stay in the 200 wing, and once we were in with
Well, Uncle Icky was
his other family members.
Uncle Icky had been married a fourth time at this point, and that's when he started inviting me and Anastasia around a lot.
Yep.
We got invited to like, come hang out. Come, we're watching a movie in the 200 wing. Come hang out.
Come hang out.
And like it was a whole thing, and we spent some time in there, and it was like,
I remember, oh, Anastasia, what are you doing with that boy?
oh,
literally, what boy? Like, who are you even talking about? There was 1 year.
Yeah.
I had a crush on a boy a couple of years, but then there was only 1 year where I was actually actively
what are you doing
dating anybody. But it was always like, oh, sure, you're not. Oh, sure. Oh, okay.
And like, that was a fun little thing to experience a lot all the time, was the projecting.
Yeah.
That was happening a lot.
What bad things are you doing?
In the amphitheater a lot to people anywhere between the ages of like 12 and 45.
Yeah.
Like you were being observed, and like while all this horrible fuckery is going on, all this treachery we find out later about in life now. All that's going on. We're getting in trouble for things we didn't even fucking do. like guys, I understand that you had to Darvo. I understand that you had to blame the victims. I understand that you had to project and make it so that everyone else was the ones doing the bad things.
Yeah, man.
I get it. I get that you leaders had to do that. I understand. It had to be our fault. But like, come on.
Dude.
Like, I wasn't even there.
Yeah. I wasn't even there.
I was snuck back to my bunk alone with a pitcher of beer. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was my sin.
Yeah,
that was my great sin.
Wrong sin. You missed it.
Yeah, and that was something that you already approved of, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, you just tell me to be quiet every once in a while.
Yeah.
But like, anyway, so the bowl.
Okay, so are we at the night?
So
it's the night of the show?
We're at show, like, let's call it show night. Like,
show
rehearsal night has already happened.
Woof.
And like, if you're and like, not I'm not the one saying this, but like from the perspective of like the Uncle Icky-ites, if you're a plebe, nothing's going on for you on the night of July 2nd.
Yeah. Correct.
You know, like they'll light some fireworks off for the night of July 1st because it's Canada Day. You know, we'll do a little something special. Boom, boom. Oh, we get to like light the fireworks we've been itching to light since the minute we set foot off the plane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Canada, that's for you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know, like, yeah, again. But like, yeah, if you were a plebe, July 2nd, nothing's going on for you.
Yeah.
But if you are involved with the amphitheater in any way, July 2nd is fucking rehearsal night. It's tech rehearsal, it's dance rehearsal, it's all of it. Band rehearsal, it's everything. Sound check, you got to get your levels, everybody's going to get set. And like set the first band, they'll do the whole thing, and they'll do it again in the afternoon just in case. But like, you know, we're a professional cult.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they're setting lights. The people who have it the hardest on the night of July 2nd are the lighting guys. Because the lighting guys are setting lights and programming lighting cues till the fucking break of dawn.
Yeah.
And like sometimes the video guys too, like,
yeah.
And sometimes a few of the audio guys.
Yeah.
And like rip to all my homies.
For real.
Rip to all my homies. I was in all of those departments at one point. Like, I think I I dabbled with video, but it was more because my mom was involved in video. But
Yeah.
like I didn't actually get to be part of that crew,
Right.
part of the ship, part of the crew. But I was definitely audio and I was definitely lighting. Yeah, poor lighting guys. Love to you guys, except you, Uncle Icky, you fuck.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
Kept everyone awake all night because you couldn't fucking decide what you fucking wanted.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's personal, but it's fine. I am allowed to be angry.
It's all personal.
It's all personal. So yeah.
Yeah.
Then now it's show night. And like, dude, the morning of show is like everybody's a little excited. If you're in the amphitheater, you're not at the morning service of July 3rd. But it's like the day you wake up, this day is buzzing. Like there's a energy, there's a vibe. And it's like everyone knows they get to get dressed up tonight. Everyone knows they get to sit in the dark with their friends tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's pumped about it. And like
they brought their makeup. They brought their outfits. They brought their fucking shit to put in their hair. The boys have their exactly.
Their fucking sunglasses.
Exactly. Their America shorts. Like
their bandanas.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully. And like it was an event. This was the main event.
This was the main event.
Except for you had to keep, okay, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. It was the main event until the main event tomorrow morning, which was the 4th of July service.
Yeah.
But for now, we're still at the main event. And like
the two competing main events. Yeah.
The two competing main events. Okay, so now, it's show night and like people from all around Iowa are coming. Like it's not church members. It's the townsfolk. It's the regular people. It's everybody else. It's people.
Everybody itching to come see into Shiloh that everyone's
dying to see what's going on there.
Exactly, because Kelowna area all thought it was a cult.
Everyone knew, yeah.
Everyone was way more aware. They thought a lot more funny things, like that we had tunnels to yachties, and
I wish.
I do too.
I wish we had tunnels to yachties.
Literally,
the ice cream shop.
The ice cream shop in Kelowna.
The best.
I had the thought, we're not a cult. We don't have tunnels to yachties. Is a thought.
But we did
have
tunnels.
But we did have tunnels.
We're not a cult. We don't have tunnels to yachties.
God. To yachties.
Oh my God. Yeah. God, you should be so lucky to make it to yachties. A trip to yachties?
Yeah, that's
rare.
Yeah.
Rare. Some years you would go without.
And how heartbreaking would that be?
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
But so they would have, it's Iowa in the middle of July and like thunderstorms like come a rolling down the plains.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business. Tornadoes. Like, so one year there was a tornado warning and it was like, and then also there was a lightning storm and then also the power was out.
Yeah.
And the whole town is out to see it. It's like 8:45 p.m. Show starts at like 9:30 when it's dark.
Whenever
Show starts when it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
the bands are on when it's still light.
Yeah.
The
later years.
But the bands would start when it was still light outside. And then when it was dark, it was the show.
Showtime. So it's a thunderstorm time and everyone's like under some trash bags. Everyone's like, holy shit, cover the equipment. Everyone's like, we're putting trash bags over everything. We're putting these plastic covers that we like build every year out of like big plastic.
Yeah.
For the speakers and the subwoofers and like the really nice speakers that the wonderful Canadians brought down every year. The fucking amazing Meyer Sound arena speakers. And the subsequent subwoofers that were like timed. Oh God, it was crazy. It was a whole production.
Yeah.
And like, so it's a thunderstorm and like everyone's like, oh no, is the show gonna go on? What's gonna happen? It's a good 30-minute wait.
Yeah.
And everyone's like question marks. It's getting dark.
Everyone's itching.
All of a sudden, the lights come on and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Shiloh Amphitheater show, amazing, crazy, butt, poop, stinky explosions will about to begin.
Yep.
And
about to begin.
It will. And some guy in the audience, some man.
Some Iowa
guy,
native.
some Iowa native stands up and shouts, "Now we're getting her!" And like the whole crowd goes wild. Like everyone heard it because it was a dead hush.
Yeah, because the lights went out.
The lights went on and he goes, "Now we're getting her!" And like, or no, it was right after the announcement, but like, yeah, it was just like, it was a whole, or yeah, it was either, maybe I'm misremembering. Again, a little bit of fresher memory here. It was either after or before the announcement. That's an irrelevant detail, but yeah, now we're getting her.
Now we're getting her.
And so show happens, you are in the dark and it's exploding and you're overwhelmed with the beautiful soundtrack that is all mostly not original music.
God, yeah.
And like, yeah, like I think they couldn't charge for tickets because all of the songs were like royalty songs, like licensed.
I thought they charged for tickets.
I think they charged for parking.
Oh, you're right. They charged for parking.
I think they charged for parking, but I don't think they charged to see the show.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And so, loopholes.
Yeah.
And like show now, okay, yeah, you've experienced the show. It's big fireworks. It's it's a crew of newly trained Broadway dancers jumping and doing the splits in front of you and lifting people and doing these crazy choreographed dances that were like crazy choreographed dances.
Crazy.
Like, yeah. And very, very, yeah. The sets moved. They like shout out to the former stage manager.
Yeah. Oh,
and
big time.
The set people, yeah. The former stage manager / lighting manager / like
in charge of everything in the world.
But also like not allowed to actually be in charge until it was like too late. But like we love you anyway.
Thanks for reminding me to drink water. Really appreciate it.
Always with the Gatorade.
Yeah.
She was always pressing. There was always the Gatorade ladies, pushing Gatorade and water, and like that was great. They were later Gatorade, because like. It was usually they were pushing water, but like they knew they had to periodically give you Gatorade because you would sweat out all the water unless you got the electrolytes and like salt to like retain the water.
Yeah.
And so but like back when they were cheap, it was like you got Gatorade like twice a day and it was watered down.
Yeah.
So the show's over. You proceed to be rushed out of the bowl like it's Saturday Night Live and the after party has to start now.
Yeah.
Like, get out.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
Get out.
Yeah. Like, I always...
Lights went on.
Yeah, or
no,
on.
Like,
yeah.
on. Like, it was like... Like, suddenly everyone's like... Ah!
Suddenly Seymour.
Suddenly you could, because...
Exactly.
I mean... Because the lights were on.
Because the lights were on. Suddenly Seymour, because the lights were on. Yeah. Fuck. We're so stupid. Anyway.
They wanted you to get the fuck out so everyone
knew you were invited to the after party. And like, if you, listener, never got invited to the after party, you missed some debauchery. You missed some debauchery. Yeah, somebody.
And also, don't feel bad because I was in the show and didn't get invited sometimes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was so insane. Like, and most of the times I was invited, I was a child.
Yeah.
I was a child witnessing like a lot of drunk adults. Like a lot of drunk adults. And like no shade
happened
to most of the drunk adults. No shade to most of them, but some of them, yes. But like the
ones who weren't in charge of us, no shade.
No shade. God. Oh God. Like, okay, one thing, look, so the golf carts would come into play, and we haven't mentioned the golf carts, but here they are.
Oh God, the golf carts.
Because we can't talk about drunk after party and not talk about golf carts. I recognize that we are in sensitive territory here, but like, it was just something that happened that we witnessed.
Yeah, no, we witnessed people getting specifically. I remember wine drunk.
Ooh,
wine drunk.
And I was thinking keg drunk.
Both.
It was both.
And the LA people would have the important LA people, which was like Uncle Icky and maybe one other person or two.
Yeah.
Would have golf carts.
Yeah.
And they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you would use the golf cart sometimes to like cart stuff around. Like you'd be like, okay, I need to move these like barricades, or like that was trucks. They used trucks for that, but like you would move like
most of the cart people
stuff
around.
And like you'd bring food down and like like if you were special, you got to ride in or drive a cart.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and like okay, no shade, but the carts were mostly for the pastor's kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, like no shade on the pastor's kids, but
it's not their fault.
Exactly, not their fault. But yeah, so the golf carts came in.
That's what I was gonna say of like carting people, which was like the pastor's kids or like Uncle Icky's family, Gary and Marilyn specifically, like bringing them places and bringing them food. That's what the golf carts were used for.
Correct. Yes. Well put.
Yeah.
Succinct. I'm like old rambly pants over here. It's me. Show night debauchery. It used to be hosted at some people's houses around town sometimes, but like I remember somebody like they were on an old deck and like somebody their legs fell through the deck and they got stuck and they were dangling through the deck. They had to pull them out and it was like they were there for a little while. God. And again, everyone was hammered and like I don't know. They would like later on they would do barbecues down in the pit, down in the bowl. The pit. It was the pit.
It was.
But yeah, down in the bowl they'd do barbecues and they'd like sometimes the bands would play.
Yep. And I always wanted to. I was like, oh, maybe someday I'll get invited.
No, you're not allowed.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
You're not allowed.
I know you just sang in the show, but you're not allowed.
For real. Big debauchery. Like everybody's drinking, like bands are playing and you're not invited. And it's so much fun and you're not invited. But you're still somehow like if you're not drinking, congratulations. If you are, I am so sorry for what is about to happen next. It is the morning of the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It is the morning of the 4th of July and you are crushed.
Yeah.
Your spirit is crushed. Your body is ailing.
Yeah.
You are in distress.
For one reason or another. It could be anything. Whether you're hungover.
Yeah.
Whether it was just, I was up too late at a Yaz party. Or whether it was, like it could be anything. Because also sometimes after the show, like there would be like little huddles of people just like around.
Yeah, exactly. Like people who didn't get invited to the big fun party, quote unquote, heavy air quotes, would have to find something else to do. So they'd like congregate in a dark tent outside the kitchens because the kitchen is locked.
Yeah.
Or like down out in front of the sanctuary. Or like maybe in the sanctuary.
In the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in the sanctuary usually because like someone will come and tell you to be quiet.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
For sure. But yeah, so any which way you have it, you are tired the next morning and feeling some kind of way.
But you better pucker up and buckle up because it's time to celebrate America.
Again and worse.
Again and like it's about God now.
Yeah.
Last night you had your little carnivale and it was fine and it is Lent. Now on the morning of the 4th.
It is the cold light of day.
You get corn for lunch and maybe barbecue if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But you don't even get to think about that yet because like you don't get enough grease in your system or you don't get enough protein in your system. And now you're having to sing your own national anthem and be dressed in red, white, and blue. And then also prepare to hear a message sometimes from Gary, sometimes from a visiting pastor, and sometimes from Pillow's husband.
Yes.
And about how it was always about how America equals God. And America equals God's possessive. America equals godly. America is the promised land. America, and like they didn't say this, but they may as well have said like America is the new Jerusalem, like LOL.
Yeah.
Like,
America is actually God's favorite.
Yeah, and like that was the message every summer. And how timely, how well it has aged.
Ay.
Sarcastic. Like
yeah.
How interestingly that has aged. Yeah.
But that was the whole 4th of July, and it was usually very long.
Yeah. And like you sang America the Beautiful. Yeah, like, okay, we're singing the old songs today. We're singing the old songs today, and it's like, all right, we can sing the old America songs. This is fine. This is fun, whatever. And then they'd hit you with like and now a song written in the 90s by a couple having an affair. And, like, and you'd be like, oh, why'd they change tones on me like that? Like I thought we were singing the old songs.
Yeah.
It's old songs only today. But so yeah, you get your America like a lot of war battle, Bible battle analogies, a lot of like taking the promised land analogies.
Yeah. A lot of freedom talk.
Yeah. Freedom
talk and what it means.
Freedom talk TM.
Yeah.
Yeah, fully. And then like, okay, yeah, you can start to smell barbecue lunch if you're lucky and you're like, oh God, it's happening again. I'm fucking hungry again with the shits, again with the hunger, but this time you're like Mondo hungover.
Yeah.
And like, it's much, 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 much worse.
Yeah.
And like, this was often like, again, if you were lucky, it was a year where if you were like a show participant or a worker in the amphitheater or whatever, they'd let you sleep in and you got to skip 4th of July service. But sometimes that was the year where they'd be like, and now we want to thank the cast and crew. So you'd have to be in that service, and you didn't know when in the service. They would never tell you when in the service that you needed to be there.
Correct.
And so you would you had to show up like as early as you could, and like if you were in there by 9:45, like you were doing great.
Yeah.
Proud of you, buddy. Past Leandra.
Yeah, for real.
But like, yeah, like, so yeah, you're in there with your headache and your sore limbs and your sunburn, and you're like still recovering from heat stroke.
Yeah.
From Canada Day. And like, yeah, and then they thank you. Or you're thanking a group of really, really, really unwell human beings. Good
Exhausted,
job.
Yeah.
Good job. You did it. You did so good. And that you danced your little heart out. And then, or you blew up your little heart out.
Yeah.
You
Whatever.
exploded your little heart out. And then, yeah, so yeah, rest of 4th of July Day is it's breakdown day for the amphitheater. You go work, and like they'd send some YASP teams to help some young adult School of Prophets teams to go down and help breakdown. And like breakdown day was always like everyone was moving slower, but breaking down was a lot faster than setting up,
Yeah.
And like because they had to pack, you had to pack the truck. And like this was a weird LA phenomenon, but like if you if you were lucky enough to be someone who was allowed to put some of your stuff on the truck so you didn't have to check a bag.
Yeah.
Then you had to go pack your stuff as well immediately. Yeah. And like everyone's also packing on 4th of July Day because July 5th is Departure Day.
Yep.
Go away.
Leave. Now.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
Like you're packing and you're starting to like, there's enough of like a buzz left over in the air on the 4th of July Day for you to not totally begin to fully face that you're not going to see your friends again for who knows how long.
Yeah. You're still too busy to worry about that.
Yeah, exactly. Later on, and like maybe this will be a season 2 episode where we talk about Shiloh University. Woo! later on they would do the graduations on either the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah.
And so like if you were graduating
Usually
on
the
the 5th,
5th.
your departure day was the 6th.
Yeah.
And like I think I graduated. I was a graduate of Shiloh University. I got my Associate of Arts degree. And like I probably shouldn't say that on a podcast if I ever have to have a resume later, but like whatever. I only have an Associate of Arts degree. So they would have, sometimes you'd have your graduation ceremony, and like if you were in that or if you were related to someone, or like they'd invite people to come, and like it was cool. And like you kind of had this little built-in like, hey, everyone's here for your graduation. How fun and special is that?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
and it was global, so a lot of people were graduating.
Yeah, a lot of people like, from around the world.
From around the world were graduating.
I'm hearing the Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I've been around the world. From around the world.
Be graduating all together on departure day.
On departure day. And then, you've packed up the truck. You've packed up your stuff. I once packed my wallet and ID on the truck after it was July 4th. And I was like, oh, this was the year. I'm outing myself here. So like Kelowna Brewing Company existed, and we would party there. Dude, like I think Uncle Icky was like partying. He was like going hard that year. And so like he was like, get the fucking leftover fireworks out. And like they did. And it was like 2 a.m. And it was like, whoa. And so like, and then they're like, hey, Leandra, can you stay and like clean up? And I'm like hammered.
Yeah.
I was hammered. But I was like cleaning up. Somebody taps me, and it's like 4:30 in the morning, and somebody taps me and they're like, Leandra, like the truck's about to leave. And I'm like, fuck. I have a plane to catch. I have to get my fucking bag. I can't check this bag. I can't afford to check this bag. I have no money.
Yeah.
And like I can't do that. So I ran to my room. I hurried up, still shit-faced.
Yeah.
Like still.
Yeah.
Like if you've ever seen the It's Always Sunny episode where it's from Frank's perspective, it's like being Frank on being Frank.
Yes.
It's like that. It was like very chaotic. I was like blacking out and like coming to, and like I had been sweeping the stage or some shit, or like putting trash in a trash bag when someone asked me to do this. I can't remember what happened that year because so many times this happened. But like I was like shit. So I like put all my shit in my bag. I zipped it up. I was so excited to get on my plane and go home. I go to the airport the next day, and I can't find my wallet or my ID, and I can't get into the airport because I don't have my fucking ID.
My God.
And I was like, where's my ID? And I was like, oh my God, I think I packed it. Better be on the truck.
Oh.
And at this point, I think I was 22. And like when I turned 21, I was so excited because I was like, no one can ever stop me from drinking again.
Yeah, man.
Which is a horrible,
story.
horrible early alcoholic thought to admit out loud, but here we are. And like I was like, no one can ever stop me again. And then I'm 22 or 23, and like this summer I miss my fucking plane.
Dude.
So I have to drive back with my dad. I have to drive back with my dad. And I have to let work know. I have to let my supervisor, both of them, I have to let my whole job know that like, hey, I shipped my ID on a truck and I couldn't catch my plane home. The only way for me to get home from this cult compound in Iowa is to drive home
from this annual family emergency.
From the annual family emergency. The only way for me to get home is to drive with my dad while I'm having like a panic attack that lasts days. Like it was just an ongoing cluster of never-ending panic attacks. Yeah. I had to be at work a week ago.
Yeah.
Get me home fucking now. Like, okay. But yeah, so now you're back home. You've made it home from the world's most uncomfortable road trip.
Mm-hmm. And you're still not done working because not only do you have to go to work, you also have to produce everything that just came out of Shiloh.
You have to work on all the words that came out. Well, here's the thing.
And go to TLW and get on it.
Because those were some years. And then later, like by the time you got home, they had a team so efficient back in LA
that they were already coming out.
That all the words were already out by the time you got home.
That's true. That was early days coming home.
Yeah, early days you'd have to come home and work. And then later days you'd just go home and go immediately back to your real job work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the suffering. And come back next time. We're going to have a rash of very special guests.
Yes. I don't love that word for it, but but sure.
We're going to have a plethora of very special guests coming up. Yeah, I'm not even gonna tease them. You just get to find out. We're very excited. Though.
We're really excited.
I'm fucking pumped. So
can't you tell? We're really excited.
We're so excited. Yeah. Again, if you're exhausted, you're right.
Yeah.
If all of that felt like a lot, you're right.
It was.
And like, I know these are just like, this was all my observance and all of like just our perspectives of what we witnessed and what we experienced. But like everyone had some version of this. And I know everyone has crazy Shiloh stories.
Yeah.
So like,
maybe we can even do an episode of like listener stories or something.
Yeah.
Like
we'll find a way to set up an email account that we will then, give you guys, and maybe we can get some like,
maybe we can read
some Morty's mind blowers from the CLW congregation, from the Living Word congregation.
That would be really fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yay.
All right. Goodbye.
Thanks, everybody.
Keep disappointing everybody.
Keep disappointing everybody for all time forever. Except yourself. Hey. Thank you for listening today, and thank you for supporting Happy to Disappoint. Check out our Instagram and Blue Sky @DisappointCast and our website, happytodisappoint.com.
Thank you, and we treasure your attention.